Today we're on the Ovation of the Seas. So picking up from our last video in the series, we are down in the bottom level of Music Hall, Ovation of the Seas, getting ready to put that drink package to work and order one of the custom drinks here from the bartender. Not sure what this is going over here, just some sort of dance lesson, dance class, I don't know. You know, people out here kind of getting some activity going. So, you know, it's a pretty neat area. It's fun to watch. You know, they want to get out here and do a little singing and dancing. You know, trying to remember if I've ever seen that on any of the other ships in the Royal Caribbean Fleet. And off the top of my head, I can say no. There are definitely some things about this class of ship that are unique. And the Music Hall is definitely an interesting venue. You see the slot machines back there in the background. The casino is kind of around the corner, because right here on the lower level of Music Hall, we're down on deck 3. So like where I'm facing right here, the casino would be kind of to the left. And so it's kind of back that way, and right around the corner from where we're at, where the slot machines are, you just go right over there where that lady was walking. That kind of takes you right into the casino area. So it's pretty neat. There's some pool tables up on the upper level of the Music Hall, and a lot of seating both upstairs and downstairs in this 2-story. You see the platform up there where a band can play. Up there in that corner is kind of like a little DJ area where they can probably entertain at night. I'm sure at night this is probably a pretty fun venue with a lot going on, a lot of dancing, who knows what. We never actually made it down here at night. We came down a couple times during the day for something like this just to get a drink and kind of check it out. But most of the time during the cruise at night, we did not come down here. We had excursions that started early in the morning on the days we were in port. And then on the other days, it was just kind of like you get up in the morning, head straight to the Windjammer for breakfast, you know, but typically getting up early, which means we don't stay out late. Kind of one of the problems of getting old, I guess. So we never really got down to the Music Hall at night to check out the activities. So this was, for us, this was about it. This guy in the back here is kind of cracking me up because he can't figure out if he wants to take part or not. And I guess unless that's just part of the deal, we don't know what they were doing. We were just sort of watching. But I noticed there was another thing that they did in here that was sort of audience participation separate from this, that we did happen to see another time that we came down to the Music Hall. And I wonder if this is one of those things where they spend during the week, during the cruise, kind of doing all the practicing or whatever, and then later in the cruise, you know, they sort of show off like one night where they have everybody do their routine or something. So if you've been on the Ovation and you know what I'm talking about, you know, if that is the case, let me know in the comments. I'll be interested to know about that, because that's what I think they were doing, but I'm not 100% certain. If you are enjoying the video so far, please give it a like and consider subscribing to the channel and hit that bell icon so you're notified whenever a new video is posted. So I mentioned earlier that the casino is back here, so I guess I had decided at this point to get up and walk around and just take a little look. So this heading this way takes you back over to the elevators. This would be heading towards the forward part of the ship, right there. You know, the elevator's back around that corner. And now we're heading aft, and if you keep going straight through there, you go straight into the casino. You see it all the way down there. But since my wife and my mother were here, I just kind of ventured back over here into the Music Hall. So casino's not really my thing, but not to mention the fact that I think they still allow smoking back there. I'm not sure, but I did venture back here a little bit. But also, they probably frown on me walking around inside the casino with a video camera, so I didn't really go very far in here. The one thing about this too is like they keep playing this loop over and over and over again because I guess they're trying to get this dance routine down, but it was kind of like, okay, let's move on to the next song here. So one of the things they use the music hall for is lectures whenever they're doing the Alaska cruises. And they have a gentleman that comes in, and he's I think he was retired Navy. He's there. He's right there in the suit, actually, because he's coming up right after this. That was actually, I think, the reason that we were down there was to see his lecture, and of course, we got down there early to get a drink and so forth, and ran into this. But the lecture here is coming up in just a second. I didn't include all of it because, quite honestly, unless you're there and you're on the cruise and you're going to do it, it gets a little boring. But this will give you an idea, kind of what it looks like.
Any kind of whale, but most of the time it's the humpback. And the other interesting thing about a humpback is that his fins, which he swims with or turns or maneuvers with, are the same size as the stabilizers on the ship. They're 16 feet long, 5 feet wide, and that's the same principle. On our ship, we turn the stabilizer, let's say we're leaning this way, we turn the stabilizer up so that the force of water against it pushes it up. This side, we turn it down to pull down. And it's done with like a gyro compass. It senses every movement, and it's constantly flexing out there to keep us nice and stable and not seasick. The state flower is the forget-me-not. It's a little tiny plant. Lots of stores are selling the jewelry, a little cluster pin for the ladies who are dangling earrings. The state bird is the ptarmigan, which in the summertime it has that plumage that looks like brown, a little bit of white. In the wintertime, he turns completely white, with one exception. He remains stable, doesn't move. His predators don't see him. But when he takes off and flies, the back of his wing has a black strip on each side, and all of a sudden you know where they're at. The state tree is the Sitka spruce, which was very important in World War II. Almost all of the gliders were made with Sitka spruce. Lots of the plane manufacturer were made that way. Look at that. Alaska is 2.5 times the size of Texas. Usually there's a mold somewhere from somebody from Dallas and it can't be. Texas is too big. But it really is a huge place. This is another variation on that. 5,000 glaciers cover 5% of the land area. And 17 of the 20 tallest mountains in the United States are here in Alaska. We're in this panhandle down here. The Canadian border, U.S. is right here. And it's 500 miles up to Skagway, right about here. Some ships will go all the way up here and then end up over here to Seward, which is convenient for Anchorage, which is over here. The Indians up here are in 2 categories. I shouldn't say Indian. The indigenous people. When I was a youngster, I remember seeing in the 2nd or 3rd grade a movie about the Eskimos building igloos, eating raw blubber from seals. It was pretty icky when you were a kid. Probably is today too. The people now are called the Inuit, I-N-U-I-T. Canadians say the word Inuit. The people in Greenland are Inuits. The people in Siberia and Russia are Inuits. The Indians are on the coast. The Indians are in this panhandle area. These are the Tlingit, spelled with a T, T-L-I-N-G-I-T. They're important because every story you see tomorrow in Juneau and Skagway, the land is owned by the Tlingits. and the lower 48 people are renting from them. So when you see the gondola tomorrow, it goes up the mountain. That's owned by the Clinton Indian tribe. It takes people up to the top of the mountain, one of the great landmarks. In the interior around Fairbanks in this area are the Athabascan Indians, and they're the people that make their clothing out of deerskin moccasins. They're making interesting things out of pine needles.